when her and Kody were skating, and it hurt her knee really bad. She texted, and she was like, "Can somebody help a sister wife?" I just felt really bad because they really couldn't come over there with, 4 sick kids. I think Christine's been taking him home with this cough, and I don't know where he got it, and it's just sort of filtrated through all of my kids and Solomon as well.
Sister wives proof Robyn lied about Solomon's lung problems. I will explain everything. Watch this video until end. Hey lovely viewers. Welcome to my update gossip channel. Sister Wives fans have questioned Robyn Brown's motives about COVID-19 since it happened. But now fans find proof that Robyn lied about her son, Solomon Brown's previous lung problems, which were a big factor in creating those rules. Many Sister Wives fans remember that Robyn Brown's son, Solomon Brown, had a very scary run-in with respiratory syncytial virus, RSV. He was 2 months old and Kody and Robyn had to watch very closely to make sure it didn't worsen. Undoubtedly, RSV can be particularly risky for infants and older adults. But even when the pandemic rolled around, Robyn used his lung problems from infancy to remind the family how she and Solomon were high risk for catching COVID-19. But now fans think Robyn was lying about his lung problems. On Reddit, Sister Wives fans discussed that they believe Robyn Brown was lying about Solomon Brown's condition for her personal gain. One user points out that while revisiting episodes filmed during COVID-19, Robyn lets the family know Solomon has lung damage. However, people in Robyn's circle tend to have reoccurring sicknesses. However, they also notice that later, there is no issue when Kody Brown allows him to be in dusty environments. Likewise, the user points out that Kody and Robyn had a date night with Solomon in tow and didn't seem too concerned at that point either. Seemingly, the emphasis on his lungs is only necessary when it is beneficial to Robyn. Another Redditor adds, exactly, and that is the scene that shows she was the COVID rule maker. Crazy how him only going house to house made any sense at all. He catches it and delivers it to most homes before getting sick. Idiots. Sister Wives fans have seen a trend. Someone else adds, Robyn and Kody love to dramatize illnesses. Remember Robyn's ER visit, Kody dying in the fetal position, and Aurora's panic attack that rendered her unable to walk, lol. Additionally, other Sister Wives fans understand that as parents, it can be very frightening when faced with unknowns. Specifically, when Robyn Brown was watching her infant cough and feeling helpless. However, most cases of RSV don't cause long-term effects, but some can. His RSV may have progressed to pneumonia. It's possible but unlikely for a few reasons. The first is he was never hospitalized, he oxygenated well enough. Second, they never did a story arc about it. Remember when Robyn told Gwen she should wait to come out until the cameras were there? Robyn would have milked this. Third, Sol would have follow-ups and specialists, he'd at least see a pulmonologist annually. It's possible because kids can compensate so well, so could he have been home very sick and his lungs became damaged, but I highly doubt it. Another person adds that Kody and Robyn Brown dramatize their issues and discount others' pain. They add, Truly went into kidney failure and almost died, and Ysabel suffered debilitating pain from scoliosis. I didn't see Kody flap his wings or Robyn shed a tear either time. By now, most Sister Wives fans have caught on to Robyn Brown's lies. No matter how much contrary evidence her former Sister Wives provide, Robyn always finds a way to twist the narrative in her favor. But, have other guest stars seen through Robyn's falsehoods too? Viewers revisit the scene where Robyn Brown visits a loan officer. Over the course of 19 seasons on TLC, viewers have watched Robyn Brown try to manipulate her family members into certain situations. But it also seems that she's tried to lie to guest stars too. Robyn couldn't handle working to support her kids, so she chose polygamy. Clip, a Redditor shared on the Sister Wives thread recently. She chose polygamy with older women so that she could come in and take their resources, have access to their cash and TV show. The op went on to cite several examples of Robyn Brown manipulating the other wives and even attached a clip from the early days of the show. In the footage, Robyn meets with a loan officer. You are having debt issues, is that correct? The loan officer asks the TLC star. I do, Robyn confirms. I was divorced. And in the divorce, I took responsibility for a lot of the debt. Robyn. And the officer continues speaking about the odd circumstances. She admits that the debt was something she voluntarily took on. I chose it to create peace, the reality star continues. In turn, the lone officer bites her lip and jots notes down on some paperwork. Most Sister Wives viewers already agreed long ago that Robyn Brown manipulated the other wives. However, many comments on the thread centered around the clip. After reviewing it, Redditors felt it was obvious the lone officer didn't believe Robyn's story. They left comments including, "Lol at Robyn saying she took on debt to create peace. I'm fairly certain that the lone officer knew it was her debt. 100% just look at the way she's pulling back her mouth not to laugh or say something when Robyn mentions the court order. The loan office has heard it all and definitely has her number." Robyn trying to look all earnest. If she was so eager to create peace, how does she explain how she spent so much time on international television badmouthing and villainizing her ex-husband and turning her children, his own bio kids, against him? And just how do you take on someone else's credit card charges? You have to be involved in there somewhere. Sister Wives star, Kody Brown can sometimes speak before he thinks. In many of his relationships, he forgets to consider how his actions affect those around him. But now fans see Kody prove he is the nastiest dad on TLC. Check out the clip below showing why people think this. Kody Brown has plenty of experience as a father. While Sister Wives star, Kody Brown raised 18 children, he seems to still have a lot to learn in the parenting department. Even so, he doesn't mind giving parenting advice on the side. But after seeing one clip in particular, fans believe he is the worst dad on TLC. On Reddit, several Sister Wives fans can't help but criticize Kody Brown's parenting after watching a clip of him harassing Ysabel Brown. When Kody sits down behind Ysabel and tells her the work she is doing for her spine isn't enough, fans see how nasty he can be. Notably, she was talking primarily to her mom, Christine Brown Woolley, in the conversation. Christine acknowledged she had relayed to Kody that Ysabel was doing her exercises about 80% of the time. But Kody immediately grades that as a D, because she isn't doing them all the time. Not only is that typically considered a B, but Kody had no compassion for the pain or encouragement for the effort she was making. Furthermore, some people believe he was putting the blame back on Ysabel just to escape paying for surgery. One Redditor knows most teenagers don't follow through, especially when pain is involved. They add, such an A** hole. What's wrong with him? To be honest, I think 80% is probably a higher percentage of those uncomfortable exercises most teenagers would do. Another points out the exercises aren't a true solution, saying, exercise was not going to correct the curvature of her spine or remove the constant pain she endured. He only wanted another excuse for not spending dollar on a much-needed surgery. That smug look, his Amish beard and that nasty hair is so gross, no wonder they all got away. Furthermore, they believe Kody Brown is gross, saying, nasty man. Disgusting, he would never talk to his favorite Robyn kids this way. What a poss. Likewise, another user awards Kody Brown a grade for fatherhood. They add, as a father, he's an F, so there's that. I'm glad that only Robyn's kids have to put up with him now. No wonder those girls are nervous wrecks. Watching Kody Brown's reaction and body language, many Sister Wives fans think that he is the worst dad and husband. Additionally, some people wish Kody would endure pain similar to that of what his family has faced. However, Kody doesn't seem to reflect on anyone but his own misery. Oh, don't you remember? He was on his deathbed with COVID. He came close to dying. But somehow he didn't have to go to the ER or have to be hospitalized, which seems strange if he was so close to death. This person has zero ability to ever empathize with anyone else. Even if he had the same level of pain as Ysabel had, he would make it sound like it was way worse than anything she experienced. But some people were triggered by Kody Brown's body language. Someone adds, the way he tosses his head back just sets my teeth on edge. It's like he's entering bully mode. Sister Wives stars Janelle Brown and Meri Brown are gearing up for a legal battle against Kody Brown. One by one, Janelle, Meri and Christine Brown ditched Kody for a better life away from him. Each one of them is flourishing in their own way, but they will never be able to completely remove Kody from their lives, including the children they have together and the constant disagreements surrounding Coyote Pass. In a recent Sister Wives Season 19 episode, Meri divulged that Kody wanted to give her a small share of the land because they share only one kid together. Sister Wives Janelle and Meri Brown admit they're ready to hire lawyers to deal with Coyote Pass. Extra released a preview clip from the next episode of Sister Wives Season 19, which sees Janelle and Meri catching up to talk about how they will deal with the situation with Coyote Pass. In the scene, Janelle and Meri are on a video chat on their computers. Meri recounts an email she sent recently to start the conversation, since she feels like she's been kept out of the loop. In a confessional, Janelle says that Kody wanted to divide up the property in a really weird way. Meri is ticked off because Kody is still acting like he's the head of her family. Referring to Kody, Robyn, Brown and Janelle, she explains, "None of us are talking to each other because none of us trusts each other." Janelle reveals to Meri that she will probably hire a lawyer soon. She's actually been talking with one already and hopes Meri feels the same way. Meri doesn't admits she will also be hiring a lawyer to help her finally put an end to the drama and settle these Coyote Pass issues with Kody once and for all. She's not one to ruffle feathers. At this point, though, she's at her breaking point and is ready to push the issue now. If Kody thought that he'd be able to just steamroll over his ex-wives and force them to bend to his will, he's about to be in for a rude awakening. The situation is getting very serious now that Janelle and Meri are ready to hire lawyers to settle this matter. With the money they've put into this land, they absolutely deserve their fair share, despite Kody trying to weasel his way into a settlement that puts himself and Robyn on top. This Coyote Pass storyline on Sister Wives has been dragged out for so long. It's time to put an end to all of it. Janelle and Meri are absolutely in the right for revealing they're going to hire lawyers to help them get what they deserve. The Coyote Pass storyline on Sister Wives has become very tiring to watch. Kody never plays fair when he's dealing with his ex-wives. After they left him, he tried to play the victim and pretended like he was one wounded by the separations when, in fact, it was Janelle, Meri and Christine who suffered greatly while married to him. Hopefully, Janelle and Meri find great success during their looming legal battle with Kody. Sister Wives star Janelle is valiantly trying to heal after the passing of her son Garrison Brown, and she's embracing a new detox plan for this year, while dealing with Robyn Brown's core family rudeness. Janelle's strength is so inspiring it's actually humbling. The way that she's persevered after such a great loss is so womanly, so brave. She's always had a lot of common sense, but Janelle also has grace, humility and resilience. Robyn doesn't always appreciate the shining qualities of Kody Brown's exes, but she should. Janelle's detox is centered on building routines that boost her energy and mood. Instead of lying in bed and checking out social media on her phone, she's doing workouts. In fact, it's a total reset. It's a holistic detox that benefits mind, body and soul, as Janelle's also prioritizing a healthier diet, and being more intentional with her screen time. In addition, she's going to avoid people who don't add value to her life. All of this sounds very wise. She's on the right track. Unfortunately, women like villain Robyn aren't as evolved. Janelle has been through a lot, and as she's grieved, she's really let fans into her life. Instead of retreating from the spotlight, Janelle honored her son Garrison, making sure that her followers knew about all of his good deeds. Now, as she moves forward with her detox, she's sharing that too, as seen in her post above, where she shares details about her 2025 wellness plan. A lot of reality stars pretend that everything is perfect all the time. However, Janelle's willing to talk about the vulnerabilities that most people face, the fears, the doubts, and the insecurities. Another thing that sets her apart is how she faces problems head-on, never hiding from life. It's clear that her commitment to carrying on is heroic. All she needs is backup from other Brown family members, including Robyn, who's still playing her childish games. Robyn never seems to adapt to changing circumstances. She's still tethered to the same prom queen mindset that she had when she was Kody's favorite wife. Back then, She didn't let a chance to lord it over Janelle, Christine and Meri Brown slip by. Whether she was glued to Kody's side at family meetings, or stage whispering that Kody should make Meri a s'mores at a family barbecue, yes, Meri overheard and felt humiliated, as her husband shouldn't need that kind of prompt. She was always on stage. This histrionic quality was heightened by the usual floods of crocodile tears. A big piece of her old life that she's ending. Her former sister wives co-wife, Meri Brown, is one of the top sales reps for that company. But Christine didn't refer her customer base over to Meri Brown. No, instead she directed all her customers to her daughter, Mykelti Brown Paedon. She also would engineer outcomes while trying to keep her hands clean. The woman who secretly wanted a traditional marriage would drone on about the wonders of polygamy, making syrupy sweet statements about her fellow sister wives. However, she obviously considered every one of those women a rival. Robyn never seemed to understand how transparent this was. She still doesn't. There was absolutely no need to use core family terminology. It was just a misguided attempt to show the world how good she has it. To be excluded from the core may not be a bad thing, as, in many ways, Robyn and Kody's relationship is as troubled as all the rest, but the remark was still crass. It has to be said that if Robyn was really happy, she wouldn't need these weak displays of power. She would just be happy. So, as Janelle tries to move forward and become the person she's always wanted to be, despite the type of grief that can bring a person to their knees, she has to deal with Robyn's ego. She has to be reminded of the past, and the fact that Kody created a poisonous family dynamic, favoring one wife and putting the others in tiresome Cinderella roles. Kody's exes lived with so much pain. Janelle had money problems too, while Robyn lived in a fancy house in Flagstaff. The exes aren't Cinderellas, or princesses. Kody's exes are grown women who spent decades suffering in loveless spiritual unions with a man who put all the blame on them. He called them princesses whenever they tried to access basic human rights that any wives should have. The man who rhapsodizes about his great abs doesn't seem to understand that being so low on the totem pole for so long is demeaning. When the wives pushed for change, they weren't in the wrong. Now, Robyn clings to the same dynamic, although the wives are gone and no one wants to go back. What does she achieve by continuing to sequester her core family from the others? Nothing at all. The Brown family's children by other mothers need more from their stepmother than core family chatter that triggers them emotionally. Robyn is getting older. She's lived quite a bit of life at the age of 46, and there's really no excuse for a core family remark that is akin to a mind game. Everyone in the Brown family has moved on, recalibrating their lives due to the failed spiritual unions and Garrison's passing, but Robyn cannot change. She doesn't seem to want peace. Robyn may prefer unrest, as she's churning up drama for no good reason. She is basically fighting against people who are tired of the war. In a beautiful Leonard Cohen song that was performed by Jennifer Warnes, called Joan of Arc, she sang, "Now the flames they followed Joan of Arc, as she came riding through the dark. No moon to keep her armor bright, no man to get her through this dark and smoky night." Janelle has had to learn to rely on herself. It has not been easy. Trouble has followed her and some things weren't her fault. As she went riding through the dark, she found reserves of strength that made even the darkest nights of the soul endurable. That is why Janelle is such a beautiful person today. Janelle has depth. She is not afraid. Robyn, who does have a man to get her through a dark and smoky night, may not know as much about life. Janelle is going into the light, but Robyn's still in outer darkness, refusing to really embrace the others. No, she doesn't need to be those kids' mother, as they have moms already. All she needs to do is recognize how powerful words are. She should think before she speaks. Robyn hasn't had to live with the same kind of pain that Janelle must endure every day and night. That kind of suffering will make a person change. This is why Janelle is looking at the bright side. She knows how precious and how fragile life can be. Meanwhile, Robyn, who's been through so much, yes, Robyn lost Garrison too, but Janelle gave birth to him, spends her time coming up with catchphrases that make precious children feel bad. Perhaps Robyn didn't mean it like that. However, the Sister Wives star Robyn Brown should say she's sorry. Life is short and the Brown children need to feel like they are right there in the nucleus with their father. They don't need to think about the core family, and what it means to not be a part of it. Robyn can be cruel, and may not even realize that she is. It is time for the Sister Wives star to think about the present and what is possible, far beyond the battles for supremacy that were so prevalent when the Brown family was still whole. Robyn needs to, as Ram Dass said, be here now. Janelle Brown has never been the shy one out of the 4 sister wives. She has especially asserted herself over the past 2 seasons with Kody and his pandemic rules. For her, she will choose her children over a husband any day. In a plural family, you are with your kids 24/7. The husband is on a rotation so he is not as prevalent. With Kody's over-the-top rules and mandates, he rarely comes by Janelle and Christine's homes. In the latest episode, Janelle is finally admitting what the pandemic and familial division has done to her. Janelle Brown, breadwinner and strong woman. When Sister Wives first debuted in 2010, Janelle was a proud workaholic. She left the home when the sun came up and was back when it had set. It was not hard for her to admit she loved her 6 children with Kody. However, the second wife openly said she preferred to work. That was where she thrived. When the family moved to Utah so Kody could have better job opportunities, Janelle opted to stay in Wyoming. She had just started a really great job and was not ready to leave it. Financially, it was great for the family, as well. So, she was apart from her sister wives and husband for about 8 months. Janelle has shown she is extremely dedicated and independent, so when the pandemic hit, she was faced with some tough choices. She only had 3 children still in her home. Savanah is her youngest and was still in high school. Gabriel was in college but had a social life and a girlfriend. She wanted him to be safe but knew he was still going to be a young man. As for her son Garrison, he had his college paid for by the military and returned home to work so he could save up for a home. He was only being exposed to his job at that point, and she chose to keep Kody away for a handful of weeks. Eventually, Kody chose to stay away as he deemed his sons unsafe and reckless. It was hard on everyone and the boys just did not understand his motives at all. Why couldn't they all be together? Last week, Kody handed out the rules that must be followed in order for everyone to have a chance to gather for the 2020 holidays. Janelle had a hard time with them and he felt she was mocking them. When he came by this week to do yard work, she apologized for her reaction. However, she shared she had been doing most of the things on the list. Yet, she was not going to stop Gabriel from seeing his girlfriend. She also was not going to throw out Garrison when he is so close to having a down payment. The boys used to love being with their dad and called him for almost everything. Now, it's been around 8-9 months and they consider him an antagonist. They do not even want to be around him as Kody feels the boys should be out on their own. Finally, Janelle admits her mental health has struggled with all of this back and forth. Between Kody's strict rules and not coming around plus the boys being against their dad and all of the rage, it is just too much. Kody feels he is making the ultimate sacrifice, but Janelle is so brave for admitting she is not okay. Meri Brown has admitted she and Kody have nothing more than a friendship at this point. Sadly, she will take whatever little scarp she can get from him. In the latest episode of Sister Wives, Meri is seen practically begging to take him off Robyn's hands. This comes after Robyn admits to Janelle she signed up for plural marriage, not monogamy, and Kody just won't leave. Viewers may remember that Meri brought Robyn into the Brown family. She and Kody were out one night and they caught a glimpse of Robyn. At the time, Robyn was a newly divorced mother of 3, yet Meri encouraged Kody to ask her to dance. The two started courting and Robyn referred to Kody as her soulmate. They ended up tying the knot, making her his 4th wife. Eventually, the couple welcomed in 2 biological children of their own and everyone seemed very receptive of her. She was even selfless enough to offer to be Meri's surrogate as she struggled to have a second child. In return, Meri divorced Kody in 2014 so Robyn could legally marry him. This allowed for him to adopt her 3 children from her previous marriage. Sadly, things started to go downhill for Meri and Kody and nothing was able to fix it. Kody claimed he wanted Meri to court him, but no matter how hard she tried, he refuted her. Eventually, 5 years would go by and they admitted there was no relationship. She said fans told her to leave or asked why she was staying. This was her family and she had no intentions of ever leaving. At a family barbecue, Kody made her a s'more for Robyn and she was as giddy as a schoolgirl. When he came by her home to chat with her, Meri did not care what the subject was. She was just elated he wanted to speak. Now, Robyn has had Kody most of the pandemic and is ready to say goodbye, with Meri right there waiting. Robyn over Kody. Even though she said she would follow whatever rules she need to in order to keep Kody in her home, it appears Robyn is having second thoughts. After Janelle came by to bring Robyn a birthday gift, she confided that she has had too much Kody. When she signed up for the marriage, it was plural marriage. Initially, she saw him 1 to 2 nights a week and that was enough. Now, he's always there and he is not happy because of the issues and struggles within the family. Robyn also admitted she had other suitors who proposed to her but they wanted monogamy and that was not for her. Janelle shares when Kody came by for 5 days before Hunter left, that was a lot. In Meri's confessional, she shares they can send Kody right over to her. She is more than happy to have him. Unfortunately, he has sent many clear signs he is in the friend zone with her. Kody Brown goes head to head with Janelle Brown. In a previous episode of Sister Wives, Janelle finally hits her limit. She's normally supportive of her husband. Now, she's had enough of his controlling ways. Kody struggles with his relationships even more with the COVID outbreak. The patriarch sets down the hammer and comes up with a list of rules to keep his family safe. Yet, they challenge him on why they should be together for the 2020 holiday season. Janelle plays by the rules, but there's only so much they can do. Read on to see what happens next and for more. Does Janelle Brown finally reach her limit? Janelle is often supportive of her husband. She stands by Kody and what he wants. But even she can tell that he's being too hard on his family. Kody and his wives meet for their final holiday meeting. Janelle admits that her boys want to be with Christine Brown for the Thanksgiving holiday. Kody thinks it's funny. He claims that Christine has thrown all of the COVID rules out the window. She feels that it's not possible for them to follow the rules at this time. They want to go to Aspyn and Mitch's in Utah for Thanksgiving. But they promise to come home for Christmas. Janelle also plans to travel to Utah. Meri wants to join Robyn and Kody for Christmas, even though it's more work for her. Kody respects his wife's decisions, but Janelle can't help but wonder if Kody is making her feel guilty. He even admits that he wants to put a prick to their conscience. Janelle doesn't like the way he's treating her. She doesn't like that he's making her feel bad for not abiding by the rules. The TLC star has been doing all that she can up to this point. She doesn't want to be alone for Thanksgiving. Janelle hits her breaking point, telling Kody to F*** off. Now, there's another problem. The couple comes head to head over their sons in tonight's episode. Janelle says that Garrison has been saving up to buy a new house. But because of the rising cost of real estate in Flagstaff, he can't afford one yet. Janelle praises her son for saving up his money. She says he's been working really hard these days. However, Kody doesn't see it that way. He thinks that his son should move out on his own. Janelle wants her kids to get a leg up, and refuses to kick them out. Kody argues that Janelle is trying to get him to solve Garrison's problems. He thinks Garrison should figure it out on his own. Janelle says they always looked out for their kids. They even sacrificed their own money so their kids wouldn't be on the streets. She feels this is another version of it. Janelle thinks it's a good idea for Garrison to live at home as he continues to save up for a new house. Kody blames Gabe and Garrison for him having to be away from home. He doesn't agree with the choices they're making during the pandemic. The TLC star argues that Janelle is choosing their sons over him. She claims that she always had to focus on her kids since Kody wasn't always there for her every night. Thanks for watching this video. What do you think about this video? Told on comment box and subscribe our channel.